Shalom, shalom. What's going on, family? It's your host, Yeshua Israel, on the TOL channel, Torah over Life. Want to start off by saying all praises to the Most High Yah. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here, and we'll have nowhere to go. Now, today, what I want to get into, I just want to have a quick introduction before we get into the meat and potatoes of what I'm going to talk about today. The video is Jurisdiction Paperwork is Forbidden for All Hebrew Israelites. And what made me do this video, I forgot all about this topic, to be honest. But I was talking to a Ak that I tried to wake up probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And, you know what I mean, he just having so much problems. And he saw that this paperwork that the Moors were providing could help him out. And that's the trick that we have to understand, that nothing can help you. You know what I mean? It looks all nice and gravy because it can give you so much benefits within the system, but we got to see what the Most High is saying. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into that. A lot of people think just because we're in this system, our name's attached to this system, we can just get ourselves out and strengthen ourselves in the eyes of Pharaoh. And today's captivity is not Pharaoh anymore, it's Caesar. The Greco-Roman Empire. It's basically the same thing, but a different dynamic. So when I hop into these scriptures later on, it's going to be all in the book of Isaiah. But before I get to Isaiah, I want to talk about some things that we have to remember before we get into these subjects where the Most High is talking, that we have to remember from Deuteronomy 28 and Deuteronomy 30, because that's the book of the law. And we got to understand, as Israelites, we chose the curses. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 28, when you go through Deuteronomy 28, the Most High gave us two options when he took us out of Egypt. He gave us the blessings and he gave us the curses. The blessings, if we obeyed and we did what he said, we do what he said, what he told us to do, or the curses if we disobeyed him and he sends us into captivity. Now, a lot of Israelites that I know of, that I surround myself with, they understand that the paperwork and trying to get yourself out the system and trying to strengthen yourself and reap the benefits of paperwork that has nothing to do with us. A lot of us, some of us do understand that it makes no sense. And we have to wait on Yah to strengthen us and to give us light and bring us back to our land so we can have the things that that he said he was going to give us and promise us. So we're going to hop into that. Now, before I start, you got to understand the scriptures were written centuries ago. You know what I'm saying? So the dynamic of the scriptures, when the Most High says he's going to send us into Egypt again, the one captivity that we should all pay attention to is the Egyptian captivity. Yeah, it's different in so many ways, as in he sent us around the world, and it's not just in one place that we went into as a free nation with Pharaoh the first time. Yeah, we went into Egypt the first time freely. And then over time, when the new Pharaoh came in, what happened? He saw that we were getting stronger, we were multiplying, and he just put us in captivity. And we couldn't do anything about it. We just had to roll the punches and seek the Most High. And what did the Most High end up doing? He ended up fighting Pharaoh at the very end to get us out, because no matter what he did, or no matter what we could do, we still had the curses on us, and we had to get up out of there. Thus saith Yah, nothing else. So we're gonna get into that. And when we read these scriptures, when we hop into Isaiah later on, they seem like old, but you have to read between the lines. This is what seeking Yah is all about. You know what I'm saying? You can't just read scriptures and just throw it away and think, it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's probably talking back then. Nah, a lot of these scriptures are relative to today. And these are coming straight out the Most High's mouth, so we can't overlook these things. You know what I'm saying? Everything in the book, starting with the first 5 books in Torah, is given to us. You know what I mean? And it's given to us for a guide through life. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand nothing can help us, nothing can strengthen us but Yah. You get what I'm saying? And we have to roll the punches. We messed up as a nation. And now we got to find our way back to Yah, and that's it. So we're going to hop into it. And if you don't understand the scriptures that I'm going to go over in Isaiah later on, after I go over Deuteronomy, you have to start, you know what I'm saying? It's all reading comprehension, man. You have to understand that these things are the same from the beginning to the end. So I'm not going to waste much time. We're already 15 minutes in the video, so I'm going to get to Deuteronomy 28 just to go over. I'm going to go over Deuteronomy 28 and Deuteronomy 30 right now just to go over what the Most High said in the curses and what will happen to us and what he wants us to do. So in Deuteronomy 28, we understand the curses. We're in the curses right now. And Deuteronomy 28:19, we're just going to read one of the curses and we're going to go to another verse and so on and so on. So Deuteronomy 28:19, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall be when thou goest out. So since we chose the curses as a nation, the Most High has us set at a certain limit that we can't get past. You know what I'm saying? Until we seek him, until he gets us out. This is written in the book of the law in Deuteronomy. You know what I'm saying? So now when I say this doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, you just have to be a slave and be a slave for Caesar and just drag around and just wait for Yah. No, you got to fight for what you want, fight to be free, and let Yah strengthen you. Everything is spiritual, man. And I'm going to go over everything I'm saying. I'm going to go over it a little later on in this video. And it's going to make a lot of sense. Now, don't listen to me. Go read for yourself. I'm just highlighting the verses and the chapters for you to go back and see. So we know the Most High says we're going to be a cursed people until we get out. And we go down to Deuteronomy 28:43. Still talking about the curses, what's happening to us. What did the Most High say? The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So this doesn't mean that, obviously we're not still physical slaves. Right now we're more mental slaves than we are physical. So you providing for yourself, providing for your family, not trying to work a job, not trying to, we have to abide by the laws of the land or whatever Caesar says. But we don't always have to follow Caesar and what Caesar wants us to do. So when you want to go and separate, have your own home, family and everything, you know what I mean? You do things according to how you want it done spiritually with Yah. You don't have to go outside and seek extra protection and extra guidance from the oppressor or whatever the oppressor can tell you he can do, you know what I mean, based on some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep going. So we understand Deuteronomy 28. And we're going to jump into Deuteronomy 30 real quick. I'm not going to spend too long on these chapters because Isaiah is really what I want to get into. So we're going to go to Deuteronomy 30. And this is what the Most High is commanding us to do. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. And it shall come to pass. Now you got to remember, we already chose the curses. So we chose the curses. Now this is what we have to do. Deuteronomy 31. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord Yah or Yah have driven thee. So we know we've been scattered across the nations. Right now we're in this time where we went from physical slavery to mental slavery. Now we're in mental slavery, trying to get out that lock that we have in our mind. So we're trying to reach back to Yah, how he wants it done. And this is what this video is all about, how to reach back to Yah and how to do things his way. So verse 2, it says, and shalt return to Yah and shalt obey his voice according to all I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. So you know all your heart, all your soul has to be focused on who? Yah. We ain't supposed to be focused on anything else. So in Deuteronomy, I'm just going over some facts that we have to go by in the book of the law before I jump into outside the book of the law. But in Isaiah, the Most High is still talking because it says, thus saith Yah. You have to relate these scriptures, thus saith Yah, how the Most High is speaking. So we're going to keep going. that then Yah will return thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations where the Yah have scattered thee. So we already know this is straightforward. There's no fighting around it, trying to figure things out, trying to learn how to be free and get the extra edge on everyone else and be higher than the oppressor. No, man, the Most High has already told us what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? Come to him with all your heart, all your soul, and he will turn away our captivity. He will make us free. He will strengthen us. And we're going to just go ahead and prove this even further. So now I want to get into Isaiah 31, Isaiah 30, and Isaiah 41. It's all self-explanatory, but you have to read between the lines because we were working with a modern-day Egyptian captivity. You know what I'm saying? Back then, they're talking about horses and chariots and you know what I'm saying, old things of ancient. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you have to relate Egyptian captivity to all the benefits of how Caesar rolls. What does Caesar roll with today? He rolls with his financial status, his paperwork. He rolls with his benefits. You get what I'm saying? That's how Caesar rolls. Caesar don't come with, Caesar will get physical with you, but Caesar's empire right now is more of a mental state rather than a physical state. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So we're going to hop into Isaiah 31. Now this is where you have to really break down the scriptures. Don't listen to me. Listen to Yah, how he's speaking. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's so important. Not only when you read scriptures, don't just look at memes and see what people are saying. You have to go by what Yah is saying, what the words of Yah is saying. So let's go. Isaiah 31. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in the horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yah. So already, you know what I'm saying? If you got to actually read between the lines, like the Most High is basically saying, don't trust in anything Caesar can give you. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust in any of his strengths, any of his abilities, any of his benefits. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you go back into the last captivity. What happened in our last captivity? We went into a captivity with a new Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? We had no say-so. We had nothing written out with the new Pharaoh. He didn't care. So what the Most High had to come and destroy that new Pharaoh for us to get out. And we were already separated in the old Egyptian captivity. We lived on Goshen. We weren't in the midst of the Egyptians. We already knew that we were Israelites and we had to stay separated. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a whole different dynamic, but you have to read to understand. So we're going to go ahead in Isaiah 31:2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work in iniquity. So the Most High is saying, no matter what you do, he's going to rise against you and he will not turn back his words. So whatever he's telling us, thus saith Yah in this book, it ain't going to change ever. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to change. He's always going to wreak vengeance on those that are not doing what he says. Now, Isaiah 31:3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When Yah shall stretch out his hand, both he helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fall together. So anything you do with Caesar, it's not a spiritual thing. It's a physical thing with man. You get what I'm saying? This is where you have to actually read the scriptures to understand. Anything physical with Caesar is a no-go with the Most High. You have to reach Yah on a spiritual level. And I'm going to get into this. This just isn't the only verse. I'm going to wrap all this together and show you what the Most High is saying. And he says, he that hoping shall fall down. So the people that are actually looking for help and thinking, this can help us and this can do this for us. And it's not only jurisdiction. This goes for many things. You know what I'm saying? Going for Caesar for benefits and going for Caesar for 5013Cs. You know what I'm saying? You're all in the government. This is why the Israelite Christian camps, this is why they're all under government, man. This is why IUIC is ran by the police. You know what I'm saying? Their top dog is a policeman, man. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes are going to Egypt looking for help. They ain't no help with the Most High. Most High is our only help. So we're going to keep going. Isaiah 31:4. Thus saith have Yah spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall Yah host come down to fight for Mount Zion and the hill thereof. So the Most High is just basically saying here, man, don't worry about anything, man. He's going to come and fight for us no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep going. And now we're going to get into the real meat and potatoes. And I'm sorry if I'm going fast, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm real into this topic. So we're going to get into Isaiah 30. And Isaiah 30 is really going to put the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? This is where you have to really understand where Yah's coming from and really match all these scriptures up. Thus saith Yah. So Isaiah 30:1 first says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So what does the Most High always, the Most High tells us to do things under him. Everything we do is supposed to be spiritual. It's not supposed to be in accordance with any man or any oppressor that we might be underneath. You get what I'm saying? This is what this is talking about. And this can mean a lot of things. This also means, just like I said before, the Christ camps. You know what I'm saying? They got a big organization under Christ that has nothing to do with what the Most High is saying. You know what I'm saying? Having an organization, you know what I'm saying, all these organizations out here, they're trying to wiggle their way through Caesar, using paperwork that wasn't even made by us. You know what I'm saying? We're prisoners of war. We didn't sign any paperwork with anybody. So when people tell you, oh, we're signed underneath our birth certificates and all this stuff and our social security cards and all this, you personally, as a woken Israelite, you didn't sign up for anything. Our duty as conscious Israelites, Yah only Israelites, is to return to Yah. And I'm going to keep proving this, and we're going to keep going. It's going to get even hotter as we go on. So we're going to go to verse 2. That walk down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So what is the Most High saying here? That walk down to Egypt and have asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. When it was time for us to get out of Egypt and all the curses and the blessings would come upon us, and we knew it was almost time to get out, we weren't scattering around trying to go to Pharaoh and tell him, oh, I need to be free. Can I have this paperwork done and so I can just wait and, you know what I'm saying, strengthen myself in Egypt and be stronger than all the Egyptians? No, man, that never happened. And then when it says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, the shadow of Egypt is all the things in the background that most people don't see. You might think, oh, I got this jurisdiction, I got this paperwork done, I got my birth certificate and all this stuff taken. You're trusting in the shadow of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Just because it looks gravy from the outside doesn't mean that's what Yah's telling you to do. Yah already told us when we read Deuteronomy 30, what did he tell us to do? Return to him with all your heart, all your soul. And I'm going to back that up with more scriptures to come. So we're going to go down to Isaiah. We're going to keep going in the same chapter, in the same passage. And it keeps talking. They were all ashamed of the people that could not profit them, nor be of help, nor profit, but shame and also a reproach. So we know anything we do, anything Caesar gives us is no concern to us. It is no concern to them. They're just doing what they doing to deceive you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, a deception. They see that you're going to them to try and free yourself up. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. And it's not going to profit them anyway, but they still know you ain't really following Yah. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get up out of here like these Moors. Let the Moors and them other Negroes do what they do. They don't understand Yah. Us as Yah only Israelites understand Yah and what we have to do. So we scroll down, and this is talking. I'm gonna go over that passage right here. But for the Egyptians shall help in vain. What are they doing? And to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, their strength to sit still. The Most High is crying out. Don't trust anything Caesar can tell you can do, or anyone else can tell you what to do. Let them other nations try and get themselves out of captivity and strengthen themselves. You know what I mean? I've been in this journey since 2015, 16. You know what I'm saying? I seen what people do and try and talk about all jurisdiction and paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It might benefit them at first, but they always have the stepping stone where Caesar comes and destroys them. And they never get to where they think they're going to get to. You know what I'm saying? And it's eventually going to happen to you sooner or later. And if it doesn't, that you might not even get into the land or be saved. And when they keep going and expanding on this. And I'm going to go down to verse 15. Thus saith Yah, the Holy One of Israel, this is how we return to Yah. Just like we read in Deuteronomy 30, where the Most High says, return to him with all your heart, all your soul. Thus saith Yah, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. So the Most High is just saying right here, basically talking about how he's talking about all the Israelites that want to go down to Egypt and trust in the shadow of Egypt. He's just saying here that there's some of us that don't want to do it. We don't want to listen to Yah and seek him and have him strengthen us. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be afraid to do anything you want in captivity. You should know that the Most High got your back. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do. And Caesar can't mess with you at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand. It's a spiritual thing. This is why in Isaiah 31, the Most High says, the men of Egypt are just men. We have to go back to Yah to really understand in a spiritual basis. You know what I'm saying? So here we're going to keep going. Verse 18, and therefore will Yah wait, and he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Yah is God of judgment. Blessed are all that wait for him. So you're supposed to be waiting for him. Thus saith Yah. This is the Most High speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? We wait for Yah. This doesn't mean you sit on your ass and just don't do nothing. No, you can do anything you want, but it has to be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here there's Israelites out here that have their own land, that are doing their own thing, that work for themselves. They don't have paperwork saying, oh, I gotta go to Caesar and I gotta get this paperwork so Caesar can't mess with me. No, man, that's not how it's done, man. There's been people living on themselves for years. They shut their mouth. They live in quietness and confidence, and that would be our strength. That's what the Most High says, man. And if you don't like it, kick rocks. I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep going to Isaiah 41, and we're going to back up what Yah says here. When it says that Israelites trying to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and in the shadow of Egypt. So let's go to Isaiah 41. And we're going to almost wrap this video up. We're at 33 minutes, so I don't want to make it too long. I want y'all to, this is where you have to really pay attention right here. But we're going to start Isaiah 41:8. And remember, always read the entire chapters, man. You're not going to understand the context of what the message the Most High is trying to get across if you don't read the entire passage. So we're going to I'm just going to passages so I don't have this video so long. I skipped so I don't have this video so long. But I advise everyone to actually go and read the passage, because that's where it makes most sense. You can connect all the dots of what Yah is saying. Everything that we didn't know, Yah says it in the book. So Isaiah 41:8, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, who have I chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, that whom I've taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and have not cast thee away. So the Most High is just, you know what I mean, expanding on how he's always chosen us. No matter what he's done to us, he's always gonna be there. He's chosen us from the beginning. Jacob is his chosen one. He's always gonna save us. So we're gonna keep going. 41:10, Isaiah 41:10. This is where we get into the meat and potatoes. For I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Ye I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee the right hand of my righteousness. Now, what did we already read in Isaiah 30? This is where you go back and forth and whoa, like you really get the message of what Yah is saying. If you seek Yah and you understand the scriptures, he gives you every message in life that you need to know. So here we go. What did the Most High say in Isaiah 30? Those that walk down to Egypt and have not asked by my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now we go to Isaiah 41. What did the Most High say? For thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they shall strive with thee, and they that strive with thee shall perish. So the Most High is saying, if you don't listen to him, you're going to perish, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be ashamed at the end. You might think you might have it all good and you're reaping the benefits of Caesar, but I've seen it firsthand. I know dudes right now that's still trying to fight Caesar with this damn paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And even the Moors, let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have a high understanding of what they signed with Caesar before this whole mess came about in the Americas, before they came over here and messed with us in the first place. Let them do what they do. Our strength is the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to perish, you don't listen to the Most High's words, be my guest and kick rocks and you won't be with us. And I really don't care what you think. Now, this isn't against anyone that might not have the understanding before now, but we're just going over what the Most High is saying. Thou shalt seek them, and thou shalt not find them. Even that thou contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, Yah, will hold my right hand, saying thee, fear not, I will help thee. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, especially in Israel, a lot of us don't have the same experiences. You know what I'm saying? I had a major experience. You know what I mean? I lived in a lot of countries, a lot of cities, a lot of different states. You know what I'm saying? I understand how the Most High helps you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it firsthand with my mom. My mom don't work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, I mean, she's waking up right now. You know what I'm saying? To the real truth. But she never had any idols in her. She always had the Most High with her, and I never listened to her when I was as of young age. And that's how the Most High guides you. You don't have to worry about any stumbling blocks or anything when you know the Most High is your strength. So anyone who thinks that you need to go to the shadow of Egypt and ask for the strength of Pharaoh to give it to you to be free, more free, and be above what you're supposed to be. No, man. We're cursed till thou goest in, till thou goest out. That's what the scripture says, man. You know what I'm saying? So everything that the Most High, everything these heathens can even offer you is against the Most High. And we know what Ecclesiastes says. I forgot what I think it's in Ecclesiastes 9. I'm not sure but you know the scriptures, a gift thou destroyeth the heart. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they think, oh, we can do this, we can do that. We're going to be free. We can bypass this. We can do it. Nah, man, that's not how it works, man. Just read the entire story. A lot of us don't read the entire book. You have to read the entire chapter to understand what Yah's saying. Read the first Egyptian captivity. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us didn't know Yah. Yah was a myth to us in Egypt. Why? Because we went into Egypt free. So a lot of the Israelites there that were raised in Egypt didn't have a clue what they should be doing. But when they saw the blessings and the curses coming and they saw Pharaoh losing strength, they knew they only had to hearken unto Yah to get out. And of course, we had some that wanted to stay in Egypt and wanted to be in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Most High can fight Pharaoh. The Most High can strengthen Israel. So if you like the video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Share the video. I did this video because Ak was going through some things, some bad times with him and his family, and I had to explain this to him, and it just reminded me that I can make a video on this, and that's what I did today. So if you need I have all the scriptures right above the face cam here. You can see it all here, right above the face cam, to my top right here. Just go through these scriptures, pause the video, zoom up on it, whatever you have to do, and they're all there. So, also follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. The description's at the top, and I appreciate everyone coming into the live chat and seeing what I have to say, and just read the scriptures for yourself, man. It's all love here, man, and we gotta resort to Yah and Yah only. All right, peace. I'm gone. Shalom.